What's good, World Squad? Back with another video. And hey guys, on today's episode, I want to talk about the one thing stopping you from making six figures. If this is your first time watching this channel, my name is Travis Cooper, and here on this channel, we talk all things Amazon, entrepreneurship, and all things in general to help you buy back more of your time so that you don't have to exchange it for money. And I know you guys see I got the Sonic shirt on again, and one of the main reasons I have it on in this video because it drives home my point, right? What's the one thing stopping you from hitting six figures? It's actually just one word, right? And that one word is focus, right? Travis, what in the world does focus stand for? Focus stands for following one course until successful. Back in the day when I started my entrepreneurial journey, I didn't know this, right? I thought that you needed to start with multiple streams of income. I know you guys may watch other YouTube videos or business channel or other things to increase your financial literacy. And most places going to say that the average millionaire has 7 to 8 different income streams. So this information, even though it's true, being a new entrepreneur at the time, I didn't understand that, right? I'm thinking like, man, I'm starting this journey. I need to have like 8 different businesses going. Let me just try to get, $500 here. Maybe I can run this one up to 2,000-3,000, get another 1,000. Yeah, I got 8 different income streams and I'm playing this juggling act, right? And you know what happened more times than not? All of them came crashing down, right? I was trying to resell shoes. I was on eBay. I was on Amazon. I mean, I had my eggs. I'm telling you, I was diversified. So I had a bunch of basket. I got half an egg over here. It was just a disaster, right? Because when you take your eyes off of this stream, those go out. You turn back here. It's just a juggling act, and it's very stressful. Can cause a lot of health problems, marital problems. I mean, all kind of stuff in your life, in addition to some of your streams going dry. So the thing that I didn't understand is, before you diversify, you need to make sure you've mastered your first stream. So we need to keep our eye locked in on this stream first before you diversify. Because again, I'm telling you guys, not anything from theory, but what I know. It's hard to juggle 8 different businesses or 7 different businesses without having a system and SOPs for your first business, right? I didn't even know what I didn't know from the first business. And then I try to start 7 other ones, right? And that is a big, big mistake of new entrepreneurs or somebody coming into a new industry, right? Remember, focus. Follow one course until successful. So even when you're profitable and you start to get some cash flow, so a lot of us may deem successful once the business start making some money, whether that's $1,000 or $5,000 a month, and I wouldn't consider that successful. That's still too early to diversify, right? And to me, successful is not in terms of a dollar amount, it's more in terms of a system. Travis, break that down. What are you saying? So again, I'm using myself for example. Even though we were making well over $10,000 a month with my Amazon business back in the day, I still didn't develop a system. The business could not work without me. Remember, I've told you guys on multiple videos that the goal in entrepreneurship is to work on your business, not in your business, right? You want to leverage other products, other services, other people's time, but you always keep your specific time close to the vest to spend with the people that you love to spend it with and create those memories doing the things that you want to do, right? Because we know time is our most valuable asset, right? We can always get more money, but time is finite. What does that mean? It runs out, and actually, we don't know how much time we have. So we must take advantage of our time. So we must hold our time close. So in the business game, and yes, we're in business to make money, but the ultimate goal, the long-term goal, you want to begin with the end in mind. So you're always structuring and setting up your business. As soon as you can outsource, you definitely do that, right? Another thing that holds us back from our focus, keeping us from hitting that first 6 figures, is the shiny object syndrome. If you're on social media, if you're on Instagram, you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, somebody has a course, somebody has a side hustle. You can make 5,000 a month with this one. You can make 10,000. You can make 50,000. You can make 100,000 in a day with this one. And it creates that shiny object syndrome. Well, I'm working in this course, but I can only do 100,000 in a year. Or I seen somebody on Instagram say they made 50,000 in a day. It gets you off of your game. And guess what? That is the enemy of your first 6 figures or your success, because instead of having all your energy focused towards one thing, you spread it out. And we know once you spread it out, it doesn't make it as powerful. And what usually happens is you spread it all the way out, and instead of one working, guess what? You got it. None of them work, right? Absolutely. Guess what? The real estate didn't work. Amazon didn't work. The trading options didn't work. The social media didn't work. The Airbnb didn't work. It just didn't work. And the reason why is because you spread your energy too thin, right? If you're in a community, if you're connected with somebody, you need to follow one path, right? I cannot stress this enough. And to quote one of my mentors, Dr. Eric Thomas, he said, if it hasn't worked yet, that means it's not the end, right? Far too many times we have the right answer. We know that this system is working, but because it hasn't worked for us in that specific time allotted in our head, what we usually do, and hey, I'm pointing the finger at myself, is quit and pivot, right? I did that so many times. I don't know how many businesses that I started, I stayed in 3, 4, 5, 6 months and quit before I actually grew the business. I might have made a couple dollars or lost some money and I quit. But what I've grown to learn over time is it's not that the people that were successful in that industry is any better than you. What it is they didn't quit. It's a learning curve through any business, right? We have to keep that in mind. It's not a magic pill. Whenever you get somebody expertise, what it does is it minimizes your learning curve, because if you do it yourself, guess what's going to happen? You're going to take the longest route. You're going to take those bumps and bruises along the way, and that's fine. That's the way that I did it. It's just a longer route. If I had to do it all over again, I would definitely tap in with somebody, whoever that you choose to tap in with, just to minimize it. Why? Because I have a different mindset, just to minimize the time that I spent, the headache, the stress, the lost money, not to mention me having that different mindset now, knowing that time is my most valuable asset. I don't have time to play around, y'all. We don't know how long we're going to have on this earth. We don't have time to play. So knowing that, I would definitely approach it different. That's why I created this video, so you guys won't make the same mistakes that I made, right? So having that intense focus is a game changer. Another thing about spreading it all out and jumping from one business to another. Think about it, guys. The way that you get good at something is intense practice, right? I know you guys probably heard the saying, practice makes perfect, right? And it's true somewhat. You never get perfect, but guess what? You get really good. But I want you guys to think about something, right? Let's say you're learning how to shoot a basketball, right? Let's say you keep shooting maybe 10, 15 times a day for 3 to 5 months. And then after those 3 to 5 months, you still don't shoot the ball like Steph Curry, what you was trying to do. You give up, you move, and you start playing football. Same thing. You don't run the ball like the best running back, then you switch to baseball. You don't hit home runs like whoever. Guys, think about that, right? You're never going to be good in anything because you don't stay in it long enough. In basketball, the reason why Steph Curry is Steph Curry, I hadn't looked at the amount of shots he shoots per day. And the reason why you don't shoot like Steph Curry is because in basketball, I think during one of his workouts, he doesn't leave the gym until he has like 1,000 makes of 3-pointers every single day. And don't quote me on that, but I think it's some outrageous numbers that he has to make that specific number before he can leave the gym. That's not the amount of shots. And we're over here putting in 10 to 15 shots. Don't ever underestimate the amount of work that you have to put in. And you have to have that consistency. He doesn't just do it one day, then stop. That's every day in the summer. In football, same thing. Somebody's doing that to be great. Baseball's the same lane. So by giving up quickly, just because you didn't see the results immediately, by shifting your focus, right? Not just locking in and say, hey, this has to work, this has to work. You decrease the intensity of your focus and it stops you from hitting your first 6 figures. This same intensity of focus allowed me to leave Sonic to build a business for myself and my family, and it can do the same for you. So remember, focus. Follow one course until successful. Hopefully you guys received a ton of value from this video. Hey, if you want to connect with your boy, the resources are down below. Y'all be blessed. Love. See you on the next.